Hey YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another tutorial video. Today we'll be making a Post Malone type beat. We're gonna do things a little bit differently today. We're gonna work within the constraints of one sample pack. Recently I came across a free sample pack from Cymatics, and it is in the style of Post Malone, so I figured, you know what, let's download that free sample pack, flip those samples to our own sort of Post Malone type beat. So here is the Cymatics POSTY hip hop sample pack right here. If you guys are interested in it, I'll put the link in the description box below this video so you can download it for yourself. But it is a free sample pack, and there's some really good stuff in here. Like, for one, there's some nice guitar loops, some nice starter loops that you can use for a Post Malone guitar type beat. But for this Post Malone type beat that I'm going for, it's sort of more like a melodic type beat. So let's go to the melody loops and just cycle through some of them until we hear something we like. All right, so I like this one right here. So let's go ahead and pull that in here. And this is 160 beats per minute, so let's change our BPM. All right, so now with that, let's go ahead and add in, let's see what other kind of loops they have here. Let's start off with some drum loops, and we're gonna take some hat loops here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So I feel like this one will work well with it. Let's go ahead and drag this in. And let's just shorten this up to 160 beats per minute. So we just took a 130 beats per minute hi-hat loop and flipped it to a 160. So that's how you start to manipulate and work with these samples that you get in sample packs. Pull it into your own BPM. All right, so let's go back to the pack right here. And let's go ahead and start building out our drum kit using the sounds that comes in this pack. Let's go to drum one shots. So we got 808s, claps. Let's start with the clap. All right, so let's start with that clap right over there. So we're gonna go ahead and take this software instrument track, and we're gonna create a new instance of EXS24 sampler instrument, if I can find it. Here it is right here. And let's go ahead and just drag in that sample to, let's put it on here. And it's probably muted. And let's go ahead and save this drum kit. Let's call it, okay, so let's go ahead and close that. And let's go ahead and draw in that clap pattern. We'll just repeat that over the 8 bars. All right, next, go ahead and duplicate this track, open up our EXS24, and let's go back to that sample pack. And let's try and find like an open hat here. Let's go to hats. This one could work right here. So let's go ahead and drag that in. Close that up. And let's go ahead and draw that in. And let's just repeat that across the 8 bars. right, let's go ahead and duplicate that. And let's go ahead and find another sample that we can work into this beat. Let's go ahead here, and next let's go for percussion. So let's go for that one right there. Save that. And let's go ahead and draw in that pattern. So let's get it to hit right after that clap. All right, let's select that, repeat that. Oh, let's repeat that, but push it back into the right spot. And now we got this. All right, our beat is coming along. Let's go ahead and duplicate this up. Same thing here. Let's go ahead and find another sample here. Let's go ahead and find maybe a ride that we can kind of pull in here. Let's go to, I thought I saw rides here. Here it is, rides right here. Let's take this soft one right over here, and let's put it on this guy. Just a soft hit, nothing too crazy. And let's close that. And let's draw in those rides. I'm just going to put it on the ones here. Something like that. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate that. Once again, let's bring in another sample here. This time, let's go ahead and bring in a snare. Let's go to snares. So these snares are actually key labeled as well. Our song is in G minor, so let's take this snare right here that's in G. Let's go ahead and just pop that on here. It's kind of a snare that everybody uses. So let's go ahead and draw in that pattern. Right there. Let's go ahead and just bring in a couple more sound elements here, or sorry, drum elements. Let's go ahead and bring in a kick now. Let's go back and let's go to kicks. So these are key labeled as well. So let's go ahead and let's take this kick right here, and we're going to pop it in on the C here. And let's close that, save that. And let's draw in that kick pattern. switch up this pattern here. Let's do something like this. We'll do a more simpler kick. All right, let's just take the same kick pattern over there. We'll just delete that. So it's a little bit different on the second half. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate that. Sorry guys, we're almost done with the drums here. I think we're gonna fill it out. Let's go ahead and click edit. And let's go ahead and bring in an 808. I saw there's some 808s here. So once again, I'm going to go ahead with the kick that's in the same key. So I'm going to pull in that G. Let's go ahead and pull it on a G as well in case we want to go up and down. Let's close that up. Click save. We're going to switch this to mono since we don't want our 808s to overlap. And let's go ahead and draw on that pattern. We'll squeeze one in here as well. Follow that same pattern. All right, so there's our drums. Now is the fun part where we can kind of sprinkle in our own sauce. All right, so let's go back to our sample pack here. We're gonna open up the MIDI. I wonder if the MIDI is the same as the melodies. Yeah, so loop. So we use loop 7 here. So melody loop 7. Let's go ahead and drag that in. So here's right here. We're gonna go ahead and mute our main sound here. We're gonna start just to use our own sounds. Let's go ahead and just reset this channel strip. Let's go ahead and bring in a sound here. I'm thinking maybe a pad. So let's try this Axwell and Grosso pad. Okay, so that does sound Post Malone vibe. So let's go ahead and just delete some of these melody notes here. Actually, before we do that, let me just get that back in there. We're gonna copy this over here so we have a master one, and we're just gonna use that master to manipulate our sound. So let's go ahead and just take out the melody notes here. Just use the chords. And we'll pitch this up 1 octave. And let's take the root note of every chord and let's duplicate that down 1 octave. All right, like that. Let's go ahead and pull up a reverb. Let's just pull up the wet value. Make it a little bit more vibey. Let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. All right, for this one, let's go ahead and just copy that over. Let's solo that out. And I'm thinking, let's get a sound that layers up that sound. I'm just using quick presets here that I've had from my previous tutorials. I put together in previous tutorials, and I remember what they are. So let's go ahead and just try this Drake pad right here. It should work. For this one, I want to take just the root note. Let's pitch that up 1 octave maybe. Pull back to CQ. Just to layer up that sound a little bit. Let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. All right, now let's go ahead and bring in a sound that we need in every Post Malone beat, or a lot of Post Malone beats, trap beats. So let's go ahead and solo out this. We're gonna go over to our settings here, and we're gonna bring in, that's right, it's not a channel preset, it's a preset in my ES2 synthesizer. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go to our Drake Moog bass. All right, so this needs to be dropped an octave. All right, let's pull this one up and this one up as well. And let's just drag out the notes so there's no drop off. Let's pull up an EQ, filter a lot of those highs. We just want the bass. So now that's going to fill out our bottom end. This is what we have so far. Go ahead and get a sound that gives us some dimension to this track here, so it's some movement happening. I know this preset here, the air bells, can work well. Let's go ahead and hear how that sounds. So we got some movement in that sound. Let's see if we push it up 1 octave. That's a little too high. We'll leave it at that. But what we're going to do here is we're going to bring in Logic's multi-effects, step effects, and we'll make it even more cooler sounding. Let's go to complex gated and let's try this preset here, the endless rule. I liked it, used it before in a track. That sounds good like that. Next, let's make this more huge sounding. We're gonna create a new software instrument track, and let's bring in some orchestral staccato strings. Let's go ahead and solo out this track, so we focus on that first. Let's go ahead and just copy down this MIDI over here, and let's go to the side here. Let's go to Legacy. We're gonna go to the Symphony Orchestra strings. And the one I like to use is, I think it was this one. All right, let's just go with that. We're gonna go ahead and just go dun 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 dun. So that classic quick hits here. Let's repeat that. And let's just repeat that. Just makes it huger sounding. And next, let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. And we're gonna go ahead and give some love to that melody notes, that melody pattern. So we're gonna go ahead and copy down this MIDI, and let's take out all the chords, and we're gonna focus in on these melody notes right here and round up this beat with that sound. So for this one, let's go ahead and I'm thinking these would work. Where is it here? So some trumpets in here. Maybe we'll show some love to the original sound right here. Let's kind of filter it out here. Get some of that clean sort of electric piano sound in there. Cut out some of the bass. Alright, so I'm going to put a pause on the video, quickly arrange this into a quick pattern, and we're going to come right back. We're back. I did a quick arrangement of the beat we just put together. I added in a crash from the sample pack here, and just to kind of bring in those choruses to make it a little bit larger sounding at the transition point. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Listen to the beat we just put together, a Post Malone type beat. Let's go. Alright, so there is that Post Malone type beat that we put together using one sample pack. Just want to show you guys how you can use sample packs and flip them to your own. When you got the samples and MIDI and whatever you got in that pack, you kind of flip it to your own and make your own beat out of it. And it's a good sort of starting point if you're looking for some inspiration. If you did want to go ahead and download this sample pack for yourself, you can click that link in the description box below this video. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's talk in the comment section below. And as usual, guys, if you are new to Music Mogul and you did like this video, remember thumbs up, share, and of course hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later.